Now you can. You can hear me now, right? Hey, look, I was doing a video recording for the new mic that I got, so I needed to test some stuff out. So that that's what seemed to be. I thought I just sorted all the settings, but seems OBS didn't save it. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry for the 9 o'clock start. Mum is doing better. She had a really bad chest infection after the operation. She still got the infection, but it's getting better. And they're trying to fast track her out of hospital now because they believe the longer she stays in there, the more prone she is to contracting more infections. So, if everything goes well, by Friday they hope to discharge her. So, fingers crossed, she'll be home by Friday. Otherwise, noob streamer alert. We're back. Hey, look, you should hear me now. I can see the bar moving. I can see it moving. Not so much bullets. It's more of a case of, because my mum's immune system is pretty much shot at present, the hospital isn't the best place to be, considering the nurses that are looking after people are coughing and sneezing, and they're ill as well. So, you know, she needs to stay away from that sort of stuff. And at the moment, she's, I guess you could say, in the hive of it. So they want to basically get her to a point where she's stable, good enough, and then give her all the materials she need, including oxygen tanks and everything, and send her home. And then they're going to send people round to keep an eye on her once a day, to make sure everything is okay for like 2-3 weeks, just to make sure nothing relapses, no infections, no anything else, and just help her around the house. And so, yeah, it's more of a precautionary case. They want her out of the hospital. So it's a good thing. Hopefully by Friday she'll be home and she can be surrounded by family and loved ones again, and this ordeal can be over. Hey, it's a hospital. Literally, that is the worst place you can be if you don't want to get an infection. Unless you're quarantined off, it's not the case. But you know, it's the first time today we've actually got some great news and positive news. Well, not the first time, but a lot more promising. And as you can see, everyone's moods is a little bit higher now that we have some positivity going around. Exactly, Infinite. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. You don't go to the hospital if you're not sick. So, how are we all doing? I seem to have lashed out at D-Batch, so I decided to take a little bit of a break from social media because my headspace wasn't there. So, only just jumped back onto social media yesterday and today, and mainly just checking out news for today's stream. But yeah, I appreciate that, Infinite. I appreciate that. So how's everyone been? I'm seeing lots of people still complaining about Crimson Desert and South of Midnight. People are talking about that a little bit. Life is Strange reunion was fantastic. That's great news. I'm gonna after I finish Dragon Quest. Yes, I know. I'm still playing it. I think I've hit 77 hours on there now, and I'm still going. You're off work until next Thursday? Awesome. Nice. That's because no one wants the white one, Infinite. The black one is the only good one. If you notice, the X isn't being discounted. I don't think I'm going to get Crimson Desert. Just thought they would take precautions. They can only take so much precautions, right? I mean, she's in a ward where other people are coughing and everything, so she's not in her own private room. I heard that's good gaming. You take a white one. You know what, Infinite? That sounded wrong on so many levels. But let's keep it PG today. Let's keep it PG. January 21st. What, next year? That's crazy. So Japan has already started with their April Fools because, as you know, in Japan it's already April the 1st. And they broke my heart today. They did. Square Enix announced a new Nier project. Born in nothingness. Is it hope? Or is it despair in the name of salvation? Now, a lot of people thought that this might actually be the mobile game that they cancelled because there was a mobile game that they did cancel. And so a lot of people thought it would be that. And honestly, I don't blame them for thinking it was that. But here is the actual clip. You have no idea how happy I was when I saw this. Man, those butt cheeks. But you have no idea how happy I was when I saw this reveal, only to find out it is an April Fool's. Man, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. Super disappointed. Did you see Switch 2 accounts for 50% of console sales in the UK for the year? I did not. I did not. Actually, I didn't see any Nintendo news, to be honest. Nikkei's April Fools. I think I had something for Nikkei. So the Nikkei one that I saw is Goddess of Victory, Nikkei 2, coming soon. Man, they're so cruel. They know exactly what people want, and they use it as an April Fool's. But come on, man. How can you do this to me? Man, yeah, I was so happy when I saw a new Nier project, only to find out that it's an April Fool's. You want to be FAR? No, I don't get what it is. I just want a Nier game. Oh, I had no doubt would Pit. But is it bigger than Dragon Quest VII, which has you repeating the same areas over and over and over and over again? I don't think so. Just hate on social media. I have. I kind of lashed out at D-Batch, which is unlike me, but with everything going on in my life at that time, and even now, I don't know, it just pissed me off. And so after I did that, I kind of said, you know what? I just made a post saying I'm just going to stay off social media for a while because my headspace wasn't right. What are they losing? What, football, cricket, basketball, tennis, hockey, what? Hey, look, this is Yoko Taro. This is a guy that goes into every goddamn interview with a round ball of Emio on his head. Anything is possible when it comes to that guy. Did you see Valve has come to an agreement to source out their Source 2 engine? Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool, man. I did not see that. I did see something about them buying the trademark to their new Dota game kind of thing. But that was all I saw about it. Steve's favorite game is coming to Game Pass. Barbie Horse Trails. Wait, wasn't that already there? I'll send them. Nah, it's all right, Taz. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. But yeah, so Nikkei's one is this one over here. Nikkei. I mean, the moment I saw Nikkei 2.0, Nikkei 2, I was already like, yeah, this isn't real. But the one that they showed last year was really cool. Last year's one, they actually made a 3D game of Nikkei, and then everyone wanted it, and they were like, whoa, 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 it's only an April Fool's, don't get too excited. Resident Evil creator and Stellar Blade dev teasing an announcement tomorrow. Definitely not April Fool's, right? Definitely not going to be an April Fool's thing for this one. It's just a announcement. Yeah, like anyone's going to believe it coming out at this time, even though I did believe the near one. I didn't think they'd be that cruel. It's definitely bigger than Wildlands. But yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow it'll get even more spicy. Nothing drops tomorrow, Cesano. Tomorrow is April the 1st. If you must know, though, Kamikaze Last Planes is on sale on Xbox. So if that interests you, check it out. Cesano, it might be up your street. That might be one that you might enjoy. Apparently, there are some calls to be answered. Shift Up Corp is a new uh, handle for Shift Up. In one day, they've got 8,029 followers. Man, what the hell do I need to do to get that sort of reaction? And this is the video that they have for now. And this is going to be a dope game. I bet this account disappears tomorrow as well. All I'm saying. This is where you go to the cinema tomorrow, and instead of the Mario film, it's just a Rick Ride. Could you imagine? Wait, is the Mario film tomorrow? For real? I didn't even know. Man, I've been so out of the loop. I have almost finished Stargate though. Yeah, literally, I've just been on my Xbox Rogue Ally and Ally X. I've just been playing Dragon Quest non-stop. I've just been playing it non-stop. Like I said, I think I'm at the end now though because, well, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but It should be at the end of the game. I think I've maybe got like maybe 2-3 hours left max. So I'm hoping tomorrow I can finish it. And then I think I'm gonna go on a crazy RPG drive and just start smashing out the games I want to play. Uh, for all you Dragon Ball Z fans out there, pre-orders are now available for the Scouter Pro Max next gen in wearables. It measures your opponent's power level, performance improves after each failed business negotiation, and it has 10 times speed during a full moon. There is a risk of lens damage depending on the party you're negotiating with. So if anyone is interested in these, you can pre-order them from Bird Studio. Yeah, this definitely isn't coming to Xbox Anime. uh, uh, I thought someone here would like this. Either next week or the week after is what I'm planning. It really depends when my mum's coming out. It really depends on when my mum's coming out. So play it by ear. Still got to get once she's recovered and stuff. Still got to do a couple of community nights as well. Chili would indeed love that. But hey, after the Wuthering Waves announcement for Xbox, they didn't give it to Jeff Keighley. Instead, they gave it to Xbox to reveal the next two characters on Wuthering Waves, and it has over 1.9 million views. Let's check it out. This is the game that I'm playing a lot.
Too late to escape. Let there be snow. Dissipate. Fading away. Waning moon.
She look pretty good, right?
Evanescent morning dew.
Oh shit.
For all wishes spoken, this vessel I offer.
Okay, she is badass. That was sick. Okay, this is Denia. I'm not going for any of these characters, by the way.
Please don't. Forgive me. Bit by bit, ashes to ashes.
So yeah, Xbox is happy that they got this. That's a good PR for them. I suspect this is gonna hit like 3-4 million views before long. This is Wuwa, bro. Yeah, I'm not pulling for her, Rachie. I'm waiting for Lucia. Do devs actually call it Wuwa, or is it mainly just a fan thing who call it Wuwa? I'm not actually sure, to be honest. It kind of became everyone just kind of shortened it because it's wuthering, so woo, waves, what? So I'm not actually sure, but everyone just calls it Wuwa now. IGN gave the new Mario movie a 6. Yeah, because it's not, it didn't have any PlayStation characters in it. Why not a billion? Hey, Rabbi, how's it going? Honestly, surprised nobody has made one because I'd it's probably sell. You're not wrong, Gorsty. You're not wrong. Stuff like that, they tease it all the time with the scout scope, but it's weird that they don't. Thank you for Wuthering Waves. Plenty more Asian games we need, like Trails, Yeez, Disgaea, Atelier Riser Trilogy, Live a Live, Star Ocean, Second Story, AI Limit, and more. No doubt. Yo, those animations are so damn good. What up? Please spare me. I can't afford all this. Already added to my wish list. Thank you, Xbox. Does anyone else hate this Farina like filter in the background? Go away. Yeah, she badass. But I'm not gonna grab her. I don't need her. I have Pelota. Anyone getting the octopus game? What was it called? I mean, I've got it because it's I think it was part of the Humble Choice, but I don't remember what it was called. Yeah, just in time to miss your reaction to Hiyuki. Mate, Hiyuki looks great. It's not pulling, but she looks great. I wasn't expecting that additional burst that she does at the end. That was sick. Just like Ameth. That was sick. But yeah, I can't get rid of her. I can't just pick her up and turf, you know, Pelota. Not gonna happen. I am not pulling. I need to save because I need to get Ameth to S3. I need to get Cartwheel to S3. And I need to get Lucia. And then the anniversary is coming, so I need to get Changli her sword. So, not pulling. In CN, the initials translate to MC. One of the VAs trolled so hard. Oh, really? Rabbi, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? NVIDIA added pre-compiled shader cache. Yeah, I saw that. It's probably going to break your graphics card, but I saw it. Darwin's Paradox, that's the one. Yeah, because I think they gave it away during the Humble thing. Because I'm signed up to their Humble Choice. Let me have a look. Pretty sure they did. Unless I'm not signed in. I am signed in. Maybe it wasn't? Humble Choice? I thought it was. Huh. Maybe I remembered wrong? Let's have a look. Go here. Unless it was this month? No, it wasn't this month either. Has it only just come out? I know something gave it away. Let me see. Pretty sure something gave it away recently. I honestly don't know. I thought it was part of the Humble. It's not out yet? I must have saw it somewhere else and I'm thinking something else. I must be thinking about the crab game. I must be thinking about a crab game. Yeah, that's probably what it is. But yeah, we were gonna be good. I'm happy it's coming to Xbox. A lot of you are gonna get a chance to play it. Steve's gonna be front line on there. And you need to be better. So, some sad news. Eidos Montreal has cancelled Wildlands, apparently. Their 7-year+ open world action adventure that cost hundreds of millions. It was due for release this year. 124 people have been laid off. Not good news, man. Not good news. This was hosted by our dear John, who should be in the channel somewhere. Let me see if I can see your profile. Musical sound. Nice. There is a showcase happening on Thursday. I forgot what it's called though. Does anyone remember what it was called? Something like IO Showcase? Gaming IO? Or was it on the 9th? How could they cancel it if it was due this year? Who knows, Woodpit? They just pulled the plug. But I'm guessing it just didn't work out. It did not work out at all. Exclusive Gears of War E-Day. No, but because I don't believe she's going to make it exclusive. Rabby. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. But there is a showcase happening on the 9th, and I can't, for the life of me, remember what it was. Or was it on the 2nd? No, I can't remember. I'll have to figure it out. I know there's either this Thursday or next Thursday. There's a showcase happening. I'm not raging, by the way. You know, it sucks that people got laid off. It is what it is, man. The COVID boom hit everyone, right? Woodpit, if the game is so bad in its state and the management was horrible and it got to the point where they'd have to reinvest another 150 million in order to get it right, it's just not worth it. The tax write-off on its own will benefit them more than it will think. Add to that, they're laying off a bunch of people. It'll balance the books. And she can do what she wants. She's the CEO, Remy. I'm just saying I don't believe she'll do it. And I believe that a lot of people who are currently, celebrating and making fun and jokes about it and all of this, uh, they should probably hold off that sort of action because, well, when shit happens, it's not going to be good, is it? It ain't going to be good. Because, where is it? I've got a post here. Because I knew it would have come up. So I had something specifically for it here. So you got D-Rec Gaming over here, who's basically posting, making fun of this Sammy Baker guy. Itching for Gears of War confirmation, seemingly in development. Then you've got over here saying that it's coming out for the PS5. And obviously this has now actually came out as a game designer. Platforms, PC, Xbox Series X and S. Now, it could just be that Microsoft is, freelancing it out to another company in order for them to make the PlayStation version. It could be anything, right? You've got the original team working on PC and Xbox, and then another studio working on it. We don't know, but people are already jumping on the bandwagon that it is going to be exclusive. Yeah, I'm not going to be sitting here and saying it is because, quite frankly, I just don't trust the senior management. I knew it. I knew it, Ghosty. I knew it. I knew it. He did it deliberately just to try and catch me. I knew it. I knew it. Mate, so we've started taking Luna out for a walk. I know this has got nothing to do with gaming, but I've wanted to talk about it at the start and I got sidetracked. And it just came to my mind when you mentioned Steve. And that sounds weird. But anyway, moving forward. We're walking the dog through the forest in our area. And then we see this massive dog. And the owner of that dog literally can't handle the dog. It's not violent or anything because he came towards us. And, it was really friendly. Dog's name was Rex. He was really friendly and, happy little camper. But when he saw Luna, oh my god, I haven't. Luna got so scared, screamed for her dear little life, pedaled round the back of me, and then started climbing up my back. I've never seen anything like that before. I've never. That was the first time I've ever experienced something like that. I was like, "What the hell?" She was so scared. I comforted her and calmed her down. The guy was literally battling with his dog, trying to pull him away because, the dog basically. I don't know what he wanted to do. I mean, at this point, Luna would have been just a toothpick towards that dog when you compare the sizes. But yeah, it was weird. And it was one of those moments where it's like, what is even happening? Because Rex didn't care about me or my missus standing there, not violent at all in the slightest. But he was making a beeline for Luna. Pretty much collaterals. It was like I could feel her literally climbing, and I grabbed her, and she was like constantly looking back towards Rex, and then looking back at us. I was like, yeah. I think we took her out for a walk 4 times today, and yeah, she's absolutely finished. I tried to bring her on the show so you guys could see her because she's grown quite a bit and become even more adorable, but she literally didn't have the energy to get out of the little cage that we've got her. Did she go yip yip yip? uh, but yeah, so that happened. That did happen. Problem is, Rabbi, no one's going to buy it on Xbox. You get it for free on Game Pass. So why are people going to buy it? That's their biggest problem. About the console pricing, goodbye blue skies, goodbye. Man, that pricing on PlayStation is crazy. $1,000 for a PS5 Pro? That's mental. $1,000 for a PS5 Pro? Holy crap. Finally, we have Gears E-Day coming. Hey, Bold Alpha Wolf, how's it going? No, but she's just a little pop, Susano. And anyway, I think she's so used to me now. She doesn't come to me to pick her up most of the time. She just wants to sit next to me. Whether it's on the sofa, it's on my PC desk, or anywhere else. She just wants to sit next to me. Plenty of people don't have Game Pass. Gears E-Day will be on Steam. Steam sales don't count towards Xbox sales though. I'm talking about Xbox sales. When I say Game Pass, I'm generally referring to Xbox. They need to find a solution for that. When they find a solution for that, then you'll probably start seeing a lot more exclusives. If they decide to go down that route. My dog found out how to open the living room door and been eating kids' crisps. Nice. With the DDR5 pricing, PS5 blows? Probably not. Now, if we went back to the days of old DDR, memory pricing, for sure. Hey, Shinzo, how's it going? For you and new friend, Crazy Louis Gaming? Who's that? I could see it being a timed exclusive, but if they're going to go down the timed exclusivity route, I'd rather they release a day and date. Either make it exclusive or not. Timed exclusivity BS is rubbish. The purpose of exclusivity is to get people to buy your device. That's it. If you're going to make it timed, unless you're making it like 2-3 years timed exclusivity, 6 months is just not worth it. They'll just wait. It's not going to do anything. And let's face it, in 6 months' time, when they get it, they will get a better version than the version we're going to get. So I'd much rather they just get the same version that we're getting. You're doing so? I hope you're feeling better, Shinzo. What happened to the Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe remakes? Uh, so I actually inquired about those not long ago with people that I know that are still, well, either still have contacts with Sega or still work there. They're still going, I guess, but they're still in development. That's it. They're still there. They're still ticking along. It could follow the Starfield route. Right. 2 years, whatever it is. 1 year, I don't think is enough. Bring back exclusives unless PlayStation and Nintendo is giving Xbox their God of Wars. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Because PlayStation isn't giving anything and Microsoft is giving everything, Xbox gamers feel hard done by. And I get that. I get that. I'm seeing a bunch of kumbaya on social media today about, oh, why do you care if games go the other way? But if the games were going the other way and not if the tables were reversed, those same people that are saying, why do you care, would be bitching and crying on social media. So there's a lot of hypocrisy going on at the moment. Like, people aren't being taken seriously. Helium Futures. Is that a game? You get the argument, but fully disagree with that. With what, Susanna? Fable's already gone. Halo's already gone, but at least campaign evolved. It'll be interesting if what happens with Gears. I think they're gonna announce it right at the end of the Gears trailer. Playing Blinks, nice. But yeah, so I don't think people should be, cheering on about this because, honestly, I don't. I think a lot of people are going to get red faced and receipts are going to be real when it happens. Susanna, I get that. But if you want me to buy your hardware and if you want me to continue supporting your hardware that you're making, you need to make me feel valued. And if I can get my games on PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Soldier Boy, Stadia, Ouya, whatever, even, Etch a Sketch, as an Xbox customer, I no longer feel valued. Especially when other platforms are getting it, rival platforms like the Soldier Boy are getting it better than they are on my platform. You see where I'm coming from? If you want me to stay in your system, you need to make me feel valued. And if you're not doing that, you're going to lose me as a customer. No, you almost said it, Chaos. What do you mean? Hold on. Hey, at least someone got the Etch a Sketch. Come on, you know, like the Bible says, "Thou shalt not steal, but thou shalt not." It doesn't say "Thou shalt not swap." Take the plasma screen, put an Etch a Sketch. See, that's all I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, as an Xbox customer, if you've got all the platforms like I do, it really doesn't matter, right? Like I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say I feel cheated or I feel this because my skin in the game isn't the same as someone who only has an Xbox. But if you've got a choice between buying an Xbox console or a PlayStation, why would you buy one platform that has less games than the other one that has more games? I know that Helix is coming and that's going to change things. Until that does arrive and we see it for what it is entirely, for real, right now I'm just talking about the Series X and the PlayStation. It's missing a lot of the niche JRPGs and whatnot games. It's missing a lot of the Atelier Riser games. You see it all the time on social media, people wanting these games and they're never coming. So you need to do something for your Xbox community. And if you're not doing it, then why should anyone else? But for me, like I said, because I have access to everything, my skin isn't the same in the game. I can't sit here and say it is because I'd be lying. Hey, look, like I said, thou shalt not steal, but it doesn't say thou shalt not swap. You can still get good entertainment value from Etch a Sketches. If something falls off a lorry, just replace it with something. Oh my god, I'm never gonna live that one down, am I? That is a loophole. Exactly. See? He gets it. He gets it. Uh, I mean, at the end of the day, Susanna, if you don't have the player base to, if you don't have the consumer base, don't forget the average attach rate for a game is anywhere between 2 to 5%. Now, 2 to 5% of 100 million is 2 to 5 million. 2 to 5% of 30 million, you do the maths, right? It's a lot less, isn't it? And so the number starts to become less attractive. And then you start looking at ROI. Is it worth it? And if it's not, then you don't release it. It's really that simple. It's why. I mean, it's all business at the end of the day, right? They do release on PC. But you're seeing time and time again that uh, consoles out purchase PC often. It's only on the rare few occasion that PC excels. But hey, if you're asking me, would I pick exclusives over Game Pass? I'd pick Game Pass every day. Period. Like, I get more value now out of Game Pass than I ever would do out of exclusives. But like I said, I'm not just looking at it from my perspective. I'm looking at it from all perspectives. There's a saying that I really liked, Susano. It was from a football manager, may he rest in peace. I want to say it was Brian McClough, but it might have been someone else. And he turned around and said, right, when he had, let me just get my mic up. When he had a dispute with one of his players, he would sit down and discuss it with the player, just like you and me are doing. And they would talk about it and discuss it, and they would continue that discussion until they agreed that I was right, and then we'd move on. You see, that is a great way to work. We can have this conversation for 10 minutes, half an hour, but at the end of the conversation, as long as I'm right, we can move on, yeah? See? Good. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Byron. And that's never going to happen again. I did love that manager. I did love that saying. We'd sit and discuss it, but eventually we'd come to the conclusion that I was right. So we'd be dead by that time. Hey, I am not always wrong. I am always right. Hey, if you're on the LIX, you've got this cool little feature now. Projection. You can PC screen only, resolution, refresh rate. You can actually set it on your display, so it forces the resolution over to your monitor. Good upgrade. It's a new display widget. Indeed, I am Grey Monad. Indeed, I am. By the way, Grey, how is Riskit? I haven't seen him in donkeys on social media. I am not balding. As you can see, my hair has returned. The customer, they won't deal with you. You say that, Bold Alpha, but at the end of the day, other platforms are proving that that's not the case. See, if Sony had sold 10 million units and Nintendo sold 5 million units, I'd agree with you. But it's not the case. You're seeing them selling more and more every month, and it's not slowing down at all. And even the announcement of a price increase has caused people to buy even more PS5s. So when it comes to Sony, whether they announce they're having a price cut or a price increase, it doesn't matter. People just go and buy it anyway. The random shit that. Hey. My favorite quote from Football Manager is from Bill Shankly. If Everton were ever playing at the bottom of my garden, I'd pull the curtains. Oh, wow. That's harsh. You think he's on holidays? Oh, alright. Pass on my regards, dude. When you do speak to him. Hey, I ain't wearing no wig. This is my hair. Nintendo is a monolithic. I heard rumors about a Xenosaga trilogy, remakes happening, remasters or something. That would be kind of cool, right? Hey, Navy, how's it going? I ain't wearing no wig. I ain't bald. I don't need that shit. But yeah, so they're adding more and more features to the Xbox LIX, which is good. This is, essentially for when you're docking the Li to your TV or external monitor. But now it can kind of force it and say, look, this is what I want, and this is what I want you to deliver to it. And I think that's really damn cool. Hush Gaming. Now we know the real reason. Look, bullets. We don't talk about that. You can kindly delete that so no one needs to see it. Xbox lost Mexico. It was green territory, but sadly they are not receiving consoles in. Microsoft stopped making consoles for a while now. That's not a surprise. They're trying to get rid of what stock they have left in preparation for the new console. So that that makes sense. And the fact that they're telling them to, pushing them to Game Pass, it's it's a risky strategy. I mean, it's a console, man. Let's just whatever they want to say. It's a console. Hey, Aaron, welcome to the channel. Xbox announces a price increase and people don't buy, then Xbox announces a price decrease and people don't buy them. Well, oh, they haven't announced a price decrease in like 3 years. All they've done is increase the price, which I get, but it's still crazy. Look, I'm gonna challenge Merlin for my beard. That's the idea. If you balding chaos, go and see Ashley and Martin or advance. Look, I ain't balding. You can see I've got plenty of hair. Okay? COD can't be exclusive for another 7 years. Madden ain't happening, and Fortnite, well, they're apparently being sold to Disney, so good luck with that one. You're going to be seeing Cinderella running around in Fortnite soon. And Daffy Duck and whatnot. They're never going to make Minecraft exclusive. That's ludicrous. That's the just for you. They're targeting certain people. That's not available to the general public. If I wanted to go buy a second Series X right now, I'm paying full price. And I'm going to have to buy one soon because I don't know why mine keeps turning off, which is really irritating. But it keeps turning off for no reason, and it's just pissing me off now. I'm at the point where I might just take the hammer to it. It's obviously a hair transplant with the tech. Look, Paul, none of that now. Yeah, you haven't used your Xbox in forever, like you said earlier today in Discord. They thought they lost you. They tried. They thought your Xbox blues. They tried to get you to buy another one. uh, I'm gonna try and track down the Halo one. I really want the Halo one. And I know it's not going to be cheap, but I'm going to try and track that one down. If I can find it for like 400, I'll try to consider for. I'll consider it. How loud was the Series X, mate? That shit was. Can you imagine if the PS4 was running Crimson Desert, mate? You'd be getting calls from airline control. Have you got permission to take off? We're calling you from Stansted Airport Airline Control. We just want to make sure that the run you're taking off is approved. Oh god. Uh, it might be the thermal paste actually, Paul. I really don't know. It's not overheating because there's times it won't turn off at all. Right? I can play the same game for hours and it'll be fine. And then other days from cold boot, it just says no, and after 10 minutes it'll just turn off, and then it'll just start cycling. I don't know what it is, but anyway, R-Type, R-Type Tactics 1 and 2 Cosmos is coming to all platforms. You get it for Nintendo Switch, PS4, 5, Xbox Series S and X, $49.99. Limited edition NISs in the American store, and they just announced that the Xbox version for physical has been cancelled. So physical now is only available on the PS4, 5, Switch, digital only for Xbox. But if you've been interested in the R-Type games, this is this looks like a good one. Never heard of R-Type? Nah, my PS4 used to levitate. PS4 is your all-time classic arcade machine. Nice. I occasionally look for physicals, depending on if it's a game I really want to buy, but it is becoming less and less easy to find physicals for Xbox now. It's like I'm stuck on two sides, right? Because there's a game called Trails in the Sky, first chapter. Uh, I've seen the Switch 2 version, and it looks alright, but graphically, it's nowhere near what the PS5 and PC can do. Now, I really like the box art, especially the tin box art for it, the tin casing. So I'm like, if I want that, I kind of have to go PS5. But if I want the best version, I go PC. So now I'm stuck with: do I want a physical, or do I want the best version? And it's like, why can't they just do physicals on PC? Even if it is just a goddamn case, I'd be happy. Yeah, Xbox collectors don't exist anymore, man. They retired. Best, always the best. Because yeah, PC version looks insane. It looks really good. Buy the PC and Switch versions. Why the Switch? I got an Xbox LIX. I could just use that and play it on the go. I mean, I have a Switch too. Don't get me wrong. I can't remember the last time I used it, but I've got one. There are physicals on PC. Hey, do you know what else has physicals, Steve? That I'm sure you're gonna want to pick one up just for collection purposes. Gollum. You can buy the physical version of Gollum if you want to on PC. I know you've always wanted it. You always asked me, is it available on physical? Now you can. Yeah, so for me, it's like, I know the PC version is the best, but it's like, yeah, but it's like, it kind of looks, the box art looks really nice. This is the collector's edition. You get the two R-Type, I forgot what these are called now. There's a special name for them. Lacquery acrylic stands, I think they're called. You get a bunch of postcards, you get the soundtrack, and you get the game. So if you're interested in this, I'll post this link in the description. Well, description. In chat. Go to town. When am I going to play Gollum? When I get to 10,000 followers. Are there even games like this on Xbox? Yeah, loads. I told you one earlier today. What was it called? Let me see. Kamikaze Last Planes. It's a waifu-driven, sideward-scrolling shooter, plane shooter. You'd really like it. It's right up your street, Cesano. Kamikaze Last Planes. It's on Xbox and it's on sale right now as well. See? Don't say I never look out for you. Game on Switch 2 is 1080p, handheld wise, and 60 FPS. Yes, but it's blurry and muddy, and it doesn't look as nice as the PS5 and the PC version. I've seen the comparisons, and it's night and day between the two. Currently playing Generation Zero. I've heard of that. I've never played it. Don't like having to remove disc and play another physical. Yeah, I get that, man. I might just buy if I find a physical for cheap. I'll buy the physical and just buy it on Steam. It's like a what is it? Uh, Life is Strange Reunion. It's like £25 on PC, but £45 on Xbox. Xbox is Play Anywhere, and that always pushes me towards it so I can play it on console and PC at the same time. But saving $20 is $20, man. Money talks. $20 is $20. Darksiders War Mastered edition is coming to Xbox Series S and X and PS5 on May 19th, available both physically and digitally until they announce that they're cancelling it on Xbox physically. But for the time being, at least, it is still available physically on Xbox. So if you're interested in the Darksiders War Mastered edition, I like how they, instead of remastered, they said War Mastered. It's coming May the 19th. I saw, Darren, and there was literally no fanfare for it. Ask Gemini to make you a dirt-free Xbox case artwork. Raichi, I know, I just don't have the paper it's printed on. It's printed on a specific type of paper. Having it just printed on basic paper is not good enough. I need that proper feel. You don't want people knowing who you. Hey, this is the War Mastered Edition, Diablo. You don't have this one. And Bold Alpha, nice. If you like that sort of game, Darren, you're going to enjoy it. If you like those Western RPGs, you'll like it. If you don't, then you're not. Why do you care about the world? Just play it for the story, man. That's what you play those games for. The combat and the story. Most people that I've spoken to have really enjoyed it. The ones that haven't liked it are the ones that don't like Western RPGs. And I guess that's kind of expected, right? See? Bold Alpha Wood is all on digital already. I knew it. Dude, that's insane. I just don't have the space for this. That's crazy amount of space, man. That's literally computer exchange. Famous wall of virginity. Ugh. Funny. Is there no demo, Darren, that you could try? Downfield. All end up in landfill? No, it won't, Steve. Has there been an announcement for a collector's edition for Gears E-Day? I've kind of put a bit of money aside, hoping that one of them gets announced. So, does anyone know what this is? This is a console gamer's nightmare. I guess it's going to get announced on June 7, right, Steve? That's where I expect it to be announced. A special collector's edition. That's where it makes the most sense. This is the Cronus Zen. This is a console gamer's absolute nightmare. For all those people saying that cheaters were only available on PC, well, this over here, which is now the old version, which apparently is still selling like hotcakes on Amazon, because apparently you can buy it on Amazon. But this allows you to go and buy scripts from the dark web, and basically get stuff like auto aim, no recoil, infinite auto fire for shotguns, like completely reduce, setting the rate of fire to 0.1 second, and it can break anything. The Division 2 suffered, and pretty much PvP died in Division 2 because of this device. I've seen it used in Destiny and other games. This is now being kind of tackled with a lot. Sony and Microsoft are doing a lot of work to stop it, but they keep changing the ID, so they keep finding ways around it. But there's actually a newer model than this now out there, which I can't remember the name, and that one's even worse. That allows you to do so much more. But yeah, so for those people that thought that cheaters are only available on PC, think again, man. Think again. There's a certain someone in social media who believes that cheaters only exist on PC. This over here is not a great thing. Is it Titan? I think that's what it's called. I'm planning on getting Resident Evil Requiem, Starfield, and Avowed. That's a good price, man. That's a good price. Uh, Resident Evil 9 I got for, well, I mean, I got Starfield for 200 and almost 300 quid, so so that completely takes that out of thing. Yeah, I think it was called Titan. Only thing isn't detectable in is the newer MSI monitors boost. I haven't looked into that, but yeah, it's sad that people have to do this, but literally, yeah, this is for controllers, Gorsty. Uh, and they're selling 3K a month, 3K plus a month. So when you're playing again, like, I'm not sure how many of you have played Destiny 2. And you've got the Midas multi-tool, and then you've got the mini Midas. I remember running around in Crucible, and the guy had a Mida, and it fired like a mini Mida. So if you know the difference between the two, one's a scout rifle, single shot, the other one's a submachine gun. The scout rifle was firing like a submachine gun. Keep in mind it takes two shots from the Midas, or three max, to take you down. And I'm assuming they had like zero recoil, all that jabber. It's so bad. Take it easy, Paul. Oh, really? Why would they even do that? South of Midnight is an excellent game, Darren. I absolutely rate that game. It is phenomenal. But, listen to the story and everything. It's so good. And some of it is really, really just soul crushing. But it's a phenomenal game. Yeah, I just don't get why they would do that. Why they would allow for active cheating. Arknight's Enfield, actually, I saw today that they finally broke into the top 5 in terms of revenue, I think, for them. Ugh. Top 5, which is really damn good, considering they were somewhere in the top 120 previously. The new character seems to have won a lot of people over. There's cheats on console also. No, Sanchez. I mean, I think you played Division, right? And if you have, you will have experienced it in the Dark Zone. Uh, take it easy, Grey Monad. Did it actually get released? I totally missed that. What game are you talking about? We're not talking about a game specifically. We're talking about this, the Cronus Zen, and it's been superseded now with the Titan. The You basically plug your controller into this, and then this goes into your console. And the script that you run through here basically tells your console that you're using a official controller, and then you can actually run scripts through it to basically give you faster fire rate, aim assist, 0% recoil, everything. Anything you can think of in a PvP that can give you an advantage, it will do in terms of shooting. So the Division mobile game Resurgence is basically set, I believe, after 1.7 update on the Division console release. So it has the new areas, and then they've added some story and lore that kind of takes place, and it kind of links into part two. So it is canon storyline. They just need to make it available on PC. Hey, Force Vlogs. It's more than Div 1. It has more. It has a new kind of storyline. Well, continuation. It's been around since the PS4 days, I think. Leaf. So it's been around for a while, and they've been trying to battle it for years. Uh, I don't know what it is with BlueStacks. It never works properly for me. I have a lot of problems with BlueStacks. This just seems like a device. No. A lot of people use this in PvP. A lot of people. Unfortunately, because it's just so easy to get. And they're not expensive. But Resident Evil is having a kind of Game Pass extravaganza. Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 7, and 8 are now all available on Xbox Game Pass. I've recently just purchased Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake on Steam, but there you have it. I got Resident Evil 4 Remake as well, I think. But these are now all available on Xbox Game Pass. So if you haven't played any of them, now is a good time to do it. Your reply usually to that is, I'm going to send you another PC, but you seem to never do that. Do they get path tracing? Absolutely, 100%. They get path tracing, ray tracing, light tracing, Hulu tracing, Netflix tracing. They get the whole works, man. They get tracing that you haven't even seen yet. Yeah, they do. They do. What do you mean? I told you what they get. They get more stuff than your PC get. Yeah, I'm surprised that these places are selling this sort of thing. I think they should just all be banned. The What's funny is that the original concept for Cronus Zen was actually to be an emulator for your Xbox and PlayStation, so you could use your Dreamcast controller or whatever you wanted uh, on there to play your games. You know, people wanted to, if you had like a sideward scroller or a vertical shooter or something like that, or an arcade, a 3D fighting game that you wanted to use your arcade stick on there that you've got that isn't compatible with your PS5, you'd buy one of these and connect it and it would work. That was the original concept. The problem is people figured out how, because it has a memory bank on there, a chip that has memory, people figured out a way to exploit it. So its original use is actually one that benefits the gaming community, but trust it to people to absolutely destroy the thing. And Gear Z Day is going to have none of that stuff. It's only going to support DLSS 1. But don't worry, it's going to support DLSS 4.5 on the PS5 Pro. Windows Central Gaming has said Halo campaign involved leaked details, prequel missions, and major story reveals. So I'm not going to go into this a lot, but actually I'm not going to go into it at all. I don't want to ruin the campaign for anyone, especially now that there's new content with the definitive version of Halo campaign involved coming day one on Xbox and PlayStation after all these years. A new leak for Halo campaign involved just dropped, and it points to a campaign set earlier in the timeline. We already knew that. They said that was happening. They literally said this last year with missions that play out before. Yeah, they said this last year at Gamescom. What the are these people talking about? Man, I swear these people suffer amnesia or something. The details mention returning characters, new story beats, and a direction that feels a fresh take on the series. What did Leaf say? What did Leaf say? Hey, that's it, Leaf. We need 50 gifted subs right there for that one. We need 50 gifted subs for that one. Uh, when they say story rework, I'm assuming they're talking about the timeline before the game, because no one really knows it, only just through the lore. Hey, Phase 114X. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the shout. I appreciate you, man. Yours tired, were you? But yeah, I'm not gonna go into this. If anyone wants to go into it, I'll put a link. I'm not gonna kind of go into spoiler territory. I think that's just silly.
Gorsty85 celebrates 18 months of membership. Halo spoiler, you play as a fella called John.
Are you for real? So we're going to play as the Ubisoft CEO. Mate, have you seen what John has done to his own company? And now you're going to put John as the main dude to go and destroy Halo. They don't need help in destroying Halo. They can do it themselves and have been doing it themselves perfectly fine all these years. They don't need no CEO from Ubisoft coming in and doing it for them and assisting them. Damn, man. Did he? No, I didn't. I don't really have nothing against Proc. I know he's just, you know, console warring. I think he crosses the line a little bit at times, but I've got nothing really against him. Hey, at this point, at least Halo has some legs left. Halo's looking down at Gears and saying, dude, you had to create a whole prequel just for people to think you're relevant again. Damn. Ubisoft was not enough. Maybe I'll go through one of his latest videos and have a look, see what he said about me. Still better than Gear Steve. Hey man, look, they didn't have to go back and create like a whole prequel game just for it. I'm just saying. Gears definitely needs more Batista. And we need Vin Diesel as Dom. Because family. Definitely. On that note, I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab a drink. Hey! Also, I'm not sure why the headphones were coming out all cropped on one side. But they are equally the same on both sides. I do like these headphones. They're quite nice. They're really comfortable. I also have a starter kit, a budget starter kit mic set that I've reviewed. That's going to go live soon. So hopefully you guys can check that out and drop a like or, support the video. Would go a long way in supporting what I do here. What do you mean, how dare he? Vin Diesel is going to play Dom. Except when that moment comes, and you all know what moment I'm talking about, as he screams, "For family!" That vehicle that's going is just going to kind of have like an auto eject and save him. It's going to happen. Hey, can you imagine if they actually did have Batista as Marcus Phoenix? I think he would lose his shit. Uh, it's all about family. Hey, that's fine, man. You don't have to, if you don't have to buy it if you don't need it, it was just an option there. Um, but yeah, I've got a dedicated video coming out for like a mic set. It comes with the arm, the clamp, the mic itself. It's XLR supported as well. Really nice mic, and I do talk through it and whatnot when I'm reviewing the product. It's a good mic. Man, Steve loves Batista, man. Jeez. Perfect excuse to land a car from space again. Uh. So, Grounded 2 Lizard Boss announced. Dozer, your new BFF. Community requested creature now available to fight. New arena with environmental hazards to keep you on your toes. Trust us, you will need to prepare before meeting them. So I know there's at least one person in chat that likes this game more than anything in the world. Go fight this lizard and let us know what you think of it. Italy are not going to the World Cup? Or they're losing again? But yeah, a new update for Grounded 2. They're listening to the community and reacting to it. King Dozer. Ooh. They said that about Axel. They lost. Oof. Man, that's rough. Compulsion Games. Xbox's next original game is already taking shape as the South of Midnight studio starts hiring for a new intriguing project. I'm guessing they're going to use the money funded by PlayStation to also, fund this, further fund this new game, which is cool. That's what you want, right? And this game will land and see what it is. I mean, after South of Midnight, I've got a lot of respect for compulsion games. I know a lot of people were really going after them because of the character skin color and whatnot and the theme of the game. But South of Midnight was one of my big surprises. Same as Keeper. I really enjoyed this game a lot. So I'm looking forward to what they have brewing up next. I'm gonna keep a close eye on this one. Whatever it is, I have faith that it's going to be a good one. I don't know. I have honestly, dude. I've checked nothing um, over the past 2-3 weeks because of all the shit that's been going on in my life with my mum in hospital, my son in hospital, my daughter almost contracting Men B. It's been a shit of a time. So things are actually starting to get back to normal, thankfully, and so I can get back to doing my 8-hour streams on gaming per day again. I guess you guys missed those 14-hour streams, right? Right, chat? Right? Right? We're going to have like 150 people in there, right, chat? Have you seen the weird knockoff of Grounded called Small Land Survived the Wilds? I have. It's crazy. Still a knockoff. I don't think you understand how knockoffs work, Steve. So, according to Kepler, the guy that hates Xbox, the AMD leaker, Xbox is to blame for PlayStation not pricing their PlayStation 6 at 700 and pricing it closer to 1,000. For the very same reasons that you're trying to work out now, Steve. Ice pick, I think they just might. Hey, do you know what? If Sony announces $2,000 for the PlayStation 6, it's going to be bad for gaming. But I would love it to happen just so I can say I was right. I'd love it to happen just so I can say I was right. Competition is important. Competition keeps the price down. And yeah, I thought this was interesting. Well, this is crazy. No, it's definitely Series S4. I don't think the price. How could they? The global economic crisis is also cause for Xbox. uh, Jesus Christ. uh, Alright, it's never too late to unravel the past in the award-winning South of Midnight. Play it today. So this is, I believe I'm assuming they're advertising the Xbox version, but if you haven't played this game, you absolutely should. It's available now on PlayStation 5, I think Switch 2 as well, right? And obviously on Game Pass. So yeah, definitely check this game out. It's a solid experience. The Series S is magnanimous. It's just everywhere. Not with the DRAM cartel. Yeah, I know what I mean. It's crazy how Xbox gets blamed for everything. It's crazy. But anyway, on to some good news. Life is Strange Reunion opens up with an 85 Metacritic. Now, I don't know if it actually got better than that overall or if it went up or down. Let's have a look. Let's see. Typing with one hand is weird. Oh, it crashed quite hard. 73. It's opened up with an 85 and crashed quite hard. Wow, 30. That murdered it. What is this? Often it's inevitability in games, but regardless, it's always a shame when one of the pieces of art you love sacrifices integrity at the altar of capital. I've already had double exposure, a much maligned adventure game that brought back. Yeah. So why is it bad? Tragedy. The premise doesn't sound all that bad at first glance. It's got an intriguing enough mystery, bringing back beloved characters. I'm not seeing. So where is the bad in this? In the original game, in favor of. I guess they just didn't like it. Never really resolves what to do with. Oh, so because it doesn't truly answer the questions of the first game? Mystery fizzles out and is filled with plot holes. Max and Claire return is lackluster. I mean, what did they want it to be? Buggy and poorly optimized experience? That's because you got a shit PC. Support and cast once again are underdeveloped. I don't know. Sounds bogus to me. Got green-haired woman shit game. Hey, this game is going to be amazing. I know it. Man, only one Xbox review. That's lame. That's lame. But look at it. That one negative at 30 absolutely destroyed the overall rating. I remember Mark Dara saying that one 3 or 4 would basically need like 3 or 4 10s in order to make up for it. That's how much that 3 brings it down. And how do you give a game a 3 if it's working? Jesus Christ. And they played it on the PS5. That explains everything. They just need to get a better machine. It's a long game, Calendros. We gave WWE 2K26 and 8. He really, what a choice games. So yeah, the game is good. If you haven't played the original Life is Strange, I highly recommend you play it. It is phenomenal. Then you play the prequel, which is short but good. But yeah, Life is Strange is one game I truly recommend. It is such a good game. It's crazy what Pit, because Mark Dara was when he was doing that long documentary, that 3-hour video with Anthem, he was talking about developing other games and whatnot, like the Dragon Age games, and they would actually aim for an 80 score because it was a safer bet. They knew that they could hit that 80 score, and so they would get, if they targeted that and hit that, it's a lot more easier to attain. Trying to hit the 9s and the 10s is really hard. And if you miss the 9, you'll get the occasional 3, which even he said, giving a game a 2 and a 3 is just out of order. The game has to like completely be broken for you to give it a 2 and a 3. Like, it just doesn't work. Right? So, even if it's not a good game, it should still get at least a 5, which I agree with. And so this is why companies in general, studios, aim for that 80 mark, the 8 out of 10 mark, instead of seeking better thing, because you've got wankers like those who review scores unfairly, and it hurts studios and it hurts their fundings. Exactly, Talos. You'll be right at home. Unfortunately, the Metacritic scores for studios are used for hitting targets. Getting a certain review score, range of a score is part of their thing. And sadly, this dictates how studios, try to push their games. So it does matter. At least according to Dara, anyway. We have this over here. Gachi Kuta, the game, reveals Rudo gameplay, releasing 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, the console that's dead, and PC via Steam. Anime Season 2 is officially announced as well, so this is it. But yeah, someone might like this. It might be, it might be up the street. But Woodpit, I agree. A better system is absolutely needed. Also, a lot of these people that review the games don't finish the games. They play like 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours max, uh, and then do a review on the actual game because they don't have the time to finish them. But I really feel like you can go through certain reviews and see that they're chatting shit and just remove them. I'll always go back to the what is it, Hogwarts Legacy review by Kotaku, where the review on Metacritic was massive. It was a really long review, right? And it never referred to the game once. All the review said was how J.K. Rowling was this and that and what she did and what political impacts it had and how it hurt, civilization and all this. The review did not refer to the game once. And they gave it I think it was they gave it a 1. And they said if they could give it any lower, they would. And it was allowed through. That should not be allowed through. I haven't seen the anime. I only saw this earlier today, and I thought someone in chat is going to like this. That's why I wanted to show it. Jim Sterling's another one of Starfield. Yep, he gave it a 40 because someone at a different ZeniMax studio who was trans had a shitty experience working there. 100%. Those reviews should be taken out. Now we've got a Temu, mate. Temu's a bit high class. Say AliExpress. IGN staff that reviewed Hogwarts had to apologize to the co-workers for reviewing the game. That's so stupid. Like, at that point, just quit your damn job and go do something else. Go be a road sweeper or something. It's literally your job to review a game fairly. You've got IGN, you've got all of these companies turning around and saying, oh, layoffs are bad, and they're all this, and they're all that, and they're disgusting, and these multi-billion-dollar companies should be ashamed of themselves. And yet you have the same companies turning around and giving unfair reviews, which actually lead to those layoffs. Like, the literal hypocrisy that goes on there is crazy. It's like I am going to mortally wound that person and rid them, end their life and then apologize that their life is ending because, of something I did, but, I'm really sorry. No, that's not how this works. I mean, I still want to play Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't played it yet. It's on my to-do list, but I'm even at the worst, I'm going to give it a 7. Right? Everything I've seen about the game looks good. If a game is bad, it's bad. A 5 out of 10 game is, but if the game works, at the very minimum, you should be getting a 4. Then there must be something else that's good about the game, right? Like if it's completely and utterly crap, there is no redeeming factor, and everyone in the world agrees with that because it's if it's that bad, then a lot more people than one person is going to be saying it. If it's just one person out there saying it, then it's a bad review. If you've got 200 reviews and only one person is saying it's a 2 out of 10, there's something wrong with that 2 out of 10. Hey Steve, that reminds me of that sociology exam that took place. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it. So this, I think it was sociology, or was it, I think psychology. I think it was. So in the exam, the question was asked. This was like their final year exam, right? The question was asked, "What is the bravest thing you've ever done?" And so the kid wrote this, full stop, closed the exam paper and handed it in, and got 100%. The following year, someone else tried it and got 0. You only get one chance. You only get one chance with that. But yeah, the kid wrote this and closed the paper. Everyone was surprised. I mean, come on, that shit is brave, right? That's crazy. Assassin's Creed Shadows -4 out of 10. See, that would be deserved. I'm just kidding. I'm scared of Banisher. He banishes people. I mean, they need to change the system, but Metacritic is too lazy, and they won't do it. But I really think they should, and I think you can't take Metacritic. Like the thing that I'm saying is, Metacritic is the reason why studios do not challenge themselves and go for the nines. Aim for like 90 to 95 scores. They aim for the 80 to 89 score. Metacritic is primarily the reason for that. We are getting downgraded games because of Metacritic. This is exactly what Mark Duras said. And we're talking about a big company like EA, not a small indie company. We're talking like one of the biggest, companies out there in terms of gaming. And they're literally aiming at 80 scores to be safe. The hate is completely unfounded. Hey man, that's not true. If we're talking about Crimson Desert, you couldn't even boot the game at launch. I saw you on social media. Fix the damn launch. I saw you. And then they updated it and they broke it again. Said you was experiencing crashing. Oh, really? I'm currently playing Double Exposure. All right, we're coming to the last few bits of news, I believe. Detective Seed says, I expect PlayStation Plus prices to rise to the following. Essential from $79.99 to $99.99, which is I see is fair. Extra from $134.99 to $164.99. I think it will probably go to $169.99. And then premium from $159.99 to $199.99. These are realistic increases. You can try. Post the link and I'll check it out later. But yeah, you can post the link. My review for Gears E-Day, amazing. You haven't even played it yet. It could be What if they actually did real life face models for Gears E-Day and they changed Marcus's face to Batista? Would you still say amazing? And then they changed Dom's face to Vin Diesel. Would you still say amazing? Man, I really want them to pick those two for a Gears movie. I really want it. I just want to see the. I just want to see the little volcano that's going to erupt somewhere far north of where I live. I just want to look out the window and just see the smoke in the distance. Now we're talking live action movie, man. What if they do it so you can't mod it? They literally block all forms of mods. Needs more Batista. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think these are realistic increases. They said that they're going to increase their social media. Uh, D-Batch saying it's not happening, but hey, they said that about the hardware, and look, it's happened already. So yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. I think it's next. Uh, feel free to join. Are you? Have you joined my If you're not joined on my Discord and are on social media, send me a DM, dude. My Twitter is that. What if Nintendo Switch online price increases triple the amount as well as this? Hey Byron, Nintendo Switch Online literally doesn't do anything anyway at this point. So if they increase the price, I think just no one is going to take it anymore. I did not know that, Telos. I thought it was Spanish. I didn't know that. It's going to be the first Gears game I mod. Hey, Susanna, you're just going to turn Marcus into Borat. That would be funny. Yeah, Shimesh. I've seen a bunch of people buying Xboxes in Japan. That's about it. So apparently, Sweet Baby Inc. works on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I mean, you can probably see the Sweet Baby Inc. service there, but apparently, there's no response to whether Sweet Baby Inc. is currently still working on it or not. I just don't understand why they have to look like that, man. She looks like she's got mumps. And I still think she looks like a man. You're seeing them more now, aren't you, Woodpit? I'm seeing a lot more of people buying Xboxes in Japan, and there was another one I read I think it was earlier today, or was it yesterday, where they were saying, we are a small community in Japan, but there are people that really enjoy the Xbox and Game Pass platform, and I mean, obviously they're not buying the Series X disc edition; they're buying the white version, all digital. Space being constrained in Japan anyway, it makes sense. Uh, it looks like there's a there is interest there. I just think Microsoft isn't doing enough in Japan to make it worthwhile. They need to be going after. I mean, there's a lot of Japanese games that would appeal to them, and there's actually some Japanese games on Xbox in Japan that I would love to see over here on the West that we'll never get. But they just need to invest more and kind of need to appeal more to that audience, and they're not. It's like look at Koei Tecmo, right? They've remastered and re-released their game Blue Reflection. I was talking with Susano about this yesterday, and that game is definitely has a target audience. And so what Koei Tecmo decided was right. What we're gonna do is remaster the two games that we've got on PlayStation. We're gonna take the two mobile games that were never released on console, put them into the package, make it a nice collection, censor everything, and then release it to our target audience, who we know is absolutely going to hate this because we've already told them and given them examples of how we're censoring this. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it's like going to a car show and saying, "Hey guys, I've got a motorbike." It doesn't make sense. Right. You know what, Steve? I think you might be partially right. I think you might be right, because I don't think that's a woman at all. No, not at all, Byron. It will stabilize. Them increasing the price was bad, but the number of people that rushed out to buy PlayStation 5s and PlayStation 5 Pros will stabilize it. Thanks, Gorsty. But at the end of the day, you know what your target audience is. Why would you go and censor something that just doesn't make sense? That's not even a 2 a.m. Not even a I'm too drunk to see and walk and stumble along, Steve. I like the New Orleans and South, so dude, trust me, you're going to enjoy South of Midnight. It is a really good game. I mean, you can already tell from the way I'm talking. There's certain ways I talk about games. I've really enjoyed South of Midnight, and you are going. If you like that sort of thing, it's a platformer, really good boss fights. You're going to enjoy it. It's a solid experience. I actually tried to get a code for PlayStation 5, and they didn't give me one. Because, Xbox, they don't give me shit. One day that will change, right, chat? Uh, yeah, that is Jean Grey. Or should I say John Grey? Johannes Grey. But its name is Bob. You guys are mean. But yeah, I'll never understood. It's like the whole censoring games is just so stupid. Why not just have a toggle in the game to have censorship on or off? Or if anything, sell it and then have it for a nominal fee of like $1 or £1 to unlock the uncensored version of the game, and then you're happy. That way, if people want it, they can go get it. If they don't, they don't. At least this way you're monetizing it. Like, give people the option. I just feel it's dumb, especially when your target audience is looking for that sort of an experience. I don't know. It blows my mind. You're excited for Wolverine? I'm hearing lots of different things about Wolverine. Some people are happy, some people are not. I guess we need to see more about it in order to thing. But some people are starting to say that it's basically just a reskinned Spider-Man, which sounds weird. Find a VA and let's compare. Let's see. Move this over here. Who is the VA for a Wolverine PS5? They have not officially announced the voice actor for Jean Grey. Apparently, there's a leak suggesting that it could be Kirzia. Beijos, but apparently it's unconfirmed. But if it is, I don't know. I see the similarities. And I'm not even trying to be horrible here. Like I said, I'm not sure, Darren. So, you know, I'm waiting. Let's. I keep saying let's wait and see. I mean, I haven't reposted anything on social media, almost for about 5-6 days now. So, I'm just saying what I've been reading and what I've been seeing. Can gaming survive? Dreamcast guy. Guys, Loopy man. 750 for a PS6. He's on drugs. He's on drugs. But I see the resemblance. I mean, you can't say if that is her. There is a clear resemblance there. They actually did model it after what she looks like. So, you know, can't say really no to that. Wolverine is remixed Spider-Man, but also slightly God of War. I don't know. I'll see it when it releases. I'm going to play it anyway, so I'm going to be there day one. Whether Sony gives me a code or not is irrelevant. I'm going to pick it up day one. Surprised they didn't get Jennifer Hale since she's voiced her in X-Men 97 and a bunch of other X-Men. Who knows, Gorsty? More DMs? Oh, I see. You sent me the Puerto Rico one as well. No, cool. Wait, it's a different one. Never mind. Wait, what's with all the check discords? Damn. This is what I'm talking about. Nintendo knows their target audience with Fire Emblem, right? Nintendo knows their audience with Fire Emblem. They just know. They know what's going to bring their audience in. They ain't censoring shit. They want that money. They want that money. That's what it's all about. They want that money. And they know that if they censored their game, they ain't getting no money. Darren, they won't. Especially if Sweet Baby Inc. are involved, they won't. Just look at the way they changed Mary Jane. In Spider-Man 1, she looked fine. She looked feminine. She was fine. In Mary Jane 2, they gave her pretty much a square jaw where she could pretty much go to someone and just knock them out with her chin. It's just a thing, right? I don't know what it is with the Western market. This isn't just an Insomniac thing, but they believe that having the ugliest women in the world depicted in video games is a selling point. Try doing something like that in the gacha universe. Ain't no one buying. That character can do as much damage as it wants. No one is buying it. Period. And look at what is it? The game I was telling you earlier, Blue Reflection. Look under any post. It's absolutely getting decimated, and they're not going to change it because they said what was acceptable when the game first came out in today's modern society. They actually openly said this in Japan. What's actually accepted in today's modern society years later is not possible. And so they had to change it and remove certain scenes from the game in order to. So the remastered versions are actually worse than the original versions of the game. Like, why would you go buy a remastered version, which is supposed to be better, but they've actually not only removed scenes, but actively made it worse? They just won't do it. This whole Western society thing is just so dumb. Put me in a woman's wig. I'm like, oh, you guys crack me up, man. I needed today. I needed it. I needed it, chat. You guys are awesome. After the weeks I've had, it's all you guys are awesome, man. Thanks so much. Even ugly people admire beauty. Hey, look. When my missus saw some of those characters, some of those women in games, she literally turned around and said, "What the f is that?" She looked at someone like Eve and say she's hot. Tifa, she's hot. She looked at like some of those characters in Starfield at the time and some of these other like Mary Jane characters, and she was like, "What the f is that?" Like, even women don't find them attractive. How are guys supposed to? And this modern society bollocks is why people mod Shrek or Thomas the Tank Engine into Resident Evil. But you gotta look. All I'm gonna say is this, right? I'm gonna let me say this, right? Where is it? Let me just say. Let me just put it this way. Where is it? Da, 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 da. The fuck? Right. So when that looks better than that, you have a problem, right? When Fiona starts looking better than an actual depicted woman in a that's supposed to be reflecting a female person, you have a problem. That's all I'm gonna say. Games need more Thomas the Tank Engine. I know, right? I know, Susano, right? And look, I'm just saying, if you had to choose between her and her, you know which way you're going. But the reality is, people turn around and say, "Oh, because if you call her ugly, you're a virgin, or you're this or that." Mate, everyone likes looking at attractive women. Look at the way people were simping over Leon. Was that right? Why is that acceptable? They've just censored the game entirely. They've removed a couple of scenes from there that were questionable, but that was, it's basically fan service. Uh, the characters in one of the scenes where they're at school, in a not school, but they're in like a place, and they're in bikinis essentially. Apparently, that's not allowed today. Well, female characters aren't allowed to be seen in bikinis, so they had to give them full jumpsuits, hazmat suits, the full works. So, like, they've completely censored the game. Anything that's of fan service is removed. when that game was all about fan service. It had a good story and a good gameplay design to it. I've played the original, but there was a lot of fan service in there, and so they said fan service in modern society isn't allowed anymore. So the one aspect of the game that actually is the selling point for most fans of the anime, they said, right, we're going to remove that and try sell it to the audience. And right now, they're all refusing. And you know what? Good. I say good to that because absolute plonkers, if you ask me. Yeah, the original Blue Reflection 1 and 2, they're not censored. But if you get the remastered version, which adds the 2 mobile games, they've completely censored everything. Wow. Mario Galaxy got a Metacritic score of 35. 45 on Rotten. The Times gave it a 0. The highest it got was a 7.5. I guess Nintendo ain't making no more movies. Hey, look. Like, there's a new gacha game coming out called Azure Promilia, right? It's basically like a Pokemon game. So, you know, Leaf, you might actually like this. Bullets, you might actually like this. Right, let me... So, this is the new game. But they know their target audience, right? And you basically run around doing combat, and you can basically tame animals to fight with you, and you can call upon them in the world to aid you in battle. It's a freestyle combat, so not turn-based, but it does take some of that kind of Pokemon aspect to it. So I suspect Nintendo will be sending them a cease and desist email very soon and whatnot. But they know their target audience, so they're going to appeal to that audience while adding, but while at the same time attracting them from another genre into it, because everyone is making the same game, so they're trying to change the formula. What's that, Steve? Oh, the Mario. I see. They indeed are some milkers. I think Sonic 2 originally got a critic score of 40 before release. Critic scores can't be trusted, to be fair. Rotten Tomatoes scores are generally reliable, right? Rotten, I think, gave it like a little higher. I had to stab myself repeatedly in the hand with a pen to distract from the howling distress. Is that bad? Offensive? Jesus Christ. Same issue with body type 1 and 2, and a couple of other things. The female statue was altered to look less sculpted. Yeah. But the audience that they're going for, right? So I think these are the creatures that you can have with you to fight alongside you. Well, like I said, if you know what your target audience is, don't alienate your target audience, right? Like, there's literally, it's like 101 not to do. It's like, how do you make money? By making sure that what my customers want, I don't give them. It's like, if you're a plumber, you're going to go and say, right, what we do is use sticky tape to fix all the jobs. It's so dumb, man. I don't know. We'll see what the public score is in the end. You know, film reviews are bullshit when they. I mean, personally, I don't listen to movie reviews. I've liked movies that people hated, so the best way for me to judge a movie is rewatch it. Like, Steve, you hated Minecraft movie. I absolutely loved it. So, you know. Uh, PlayStation 6 might feature a 1 terabyte SSD and no disk drive in order to try and keep the cost down. There's also no rumor about there being an additional drive for it to uh, connect to either. This is interesting news. But yeah, a lot of people are jumping onto this Gears of War E-Day game info where it's saying it used to have the PS5 platform there and now it doesn't. Let me show you. People are getting, I think, a little too happy about it. And I think it's going to backfire in their face pretty historically. So, according to the page of one of the game developers, PlayStation devices have been removed, which means there's a high chance that Gears of War E-Day will release exclusively for Xbox Series PC devices, meaning it will looks like the new management has started changing its plans, and we might see the return of Xbox exclusives that made a failing company in this generation, like PlayStation, succeed because of lifting the exclusives 100%. I swear I hope Xbox goes back to exclusives and prevents its games from PlayStation. People don't understand. If this happens, you're going to lose Game Pass. I just don't think they understand that. And when it does happen, I think a lot of people are going to be upset. The device that's living off Xbox games, I hope this happens. I swear if it does, I won't leave you without a curse. And so over here you can see originally it was being advertised for PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. And now it's been updated and it's removed the PS5 entirely in terms of game info. So these are legit. The PS5 one just has been dropped entirely. They probably. I mean, they've already patented something like that brick, but you need a bit of storage there, right? I mean, at the moment, they've removed the notion of PS5. Now, what this means is unknown, but they've actually removed it off the actual platform. It's firmly in the console warring battleground now, man. There's no way you can think. Probably just a timed exclusive. It could be Banisher. I mean, it's going to be console exclusive, right? Just like PlayStation games, they're console exclusive, but they're still regarded as exclusive. PC will get everything. I assume so. If this is true, and this is, I mean, this is real, obviously, but if they are going down that road, then console exclusive or at least timed exclusive is going to be the way they go down. New news? Oh, wait, I still see boobies. Why are you still sending me boobies, Leaf? Shouldn't do that. Sony is stopping their PS5 memory cards. Wait, they had memory cards? I mean, you have. I mean, isn't that the same thing as wipe all your PlayStation games on PC and then stop? It's the same principle, right, Darren? Yeah, they're not gonna do that, Steve. I don't understand. What PS5 has memory cards? They are new people, and I think if she wants to give a statement out there like I am changing things, Gears Ide is the one to do it. I think at the moment, being realistic, as much as I love Halo, Gears is a bigger franchise than Halo right now. It just is, in my eyes. And if you're going to make a big statement, this is the one. I know Steve is going to clip that and replay it over and over again, but in my eyes, Gears is a bigger franchise right now than Halo. I think this is their biggest franchise at the time for right now. So Ghosty, what they're doing is, so when in terms of streaming, right? I can stream off xCloud, GeForce Now, Boosteroid, whatever, right? And that's fine. What Sony is doing is they are requiring you to have a license inside your PlayStation, and the majority of the game is going to be streamed through the cloud while you play it natively. That's the patent. But it's going to require a key, a handshake from your console in order to do it. So you can't use your phone or anything like that. The idea is you plug it in, it installs like 100 meg onto your drive, and then that 100 meg communicates with the cloud and gets the data and information it needs in order to allow you to play the game. What Leaf put in Discord is this. Nintendo looks to be launching their own movie and TV show streaming services that could be a part of Nintendo Switch Online. This is an update to a patent I discovered a while back, showcasing the services and episode watching mechanic. With Nintendo Pictures now on full swing and the NCU, I can't wait to see. I mean, yeah, I don't understand what they're patenting here. I don't understand what they're patenting. That makes it. I can't, for the life of me, imagine what they're patenting. Yeah, Combat Campaign Evolved was announced for PS5. Gears Ide hasn't been announced for anything. Well, technically it was because it had PS5 here, but not like officially announced. But it was here under the game info, and now it no longer is. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say when I say native play. It's obviously never going to be native if it's cloud streamed, right? But it'll be streamed in real time and requiring your console to be the key to actually allow you to play that streamed game. Unlike Xbox, which allows you to stream it on anything, they don't do that. Yeah, but what is the patent? Well, like I said, man, if you're looking to make a statement, Gears is the game to make that statement. Flight Sim doesn't require a device. I can stream it from my phone. Sony is requiring the hardware to be the handshake. At least that's what I understood from the patent. So it's different. What Sony is saying is we'll allow you to do that so you don't have to use your space, but you still have to buy the console. Microsoft is saying you don't have to buy the console, you can just use your phone. That's the main difference here. Day on Wolverine ain't going to be day and date, man. Now, one thing that Sony and Insomniac is refusing to answer, everyone is asking, is Wolverine coming to PC? And they refuse to answer the question. If it wasn't coming to PC, they will turn around and categorically say it is not coming to PC. Of course, then you have Spider-Man where they said it's never coming to PC, and then it did come to PC, so people still wouldn't believe them anyway, but at least it would put some doubt into people waiting. But that is the one question that they are refusing to answer right now. And anyway, it was Jason Schreier that said that they're moving away from PC releases. I don't believe a single thing that he says anyway, considering in the same article, he turned around and said, but they can change their mind tomorrow and start releasing the games again on PC. So that article was a waste of time. But how it would look, and how would it look? You can. I mean, technically, yeah. Uh, you want the Switch thing to be linked? I don't have the actual link, just the picture. It's in the Discord. It's a crazy ass link, if that's what you're talking about. And that broke into two posts. But the picture's in the Discord. What are you referring to? Oh, you want this? Okay. I mean, this is everywhere at the moment, so it's not a case of. I mean, it is real. It's just a matter of how, whether it's a thing or not. You're welcome, buddy. Armored Core 6 gets an anime adaptation. Man, the Times. That is the best review ever. Apparently, Persona 6 is going to debut at the Xbox Game Showcase, so stuff are starting to leak already. But you know, man, April is crazy, man. April the 2nd, Dredge. April 4th, Radiant Guardians of Light. April 7th, Sea of Stars. April 8th, Pokemon Champions. April 15th, Mongol Star Drive. April 24th, Soul Enchant. April 28th, FIFA Heroes. This is just mobile games launching in April. That's insane. Mongol Star Drive and NTE are the clear winners there. But sheesh. Mouse PIs will probably be there. I think Mouse PI will come out sooner, right? That's due for release before the actual showcase. Man, so many people were excited for that Nier project. What a shame. But folks, that's all I have for today. I got nothing else news-wise. It's coming up to midnight anyway, so it looks like a good place to stop. Pragmata, I'm gonna pick up. I'm looking forward to that. I want that. April, there's a lot. That was just mobile. That was just mobile, man. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there, chat. I'm getting tired, and hopefully you guys had fun, enjoyed the stream. Mouse got delayed by about a month, and we'll be back on Thursday. Hopefully by Thursday I'll be able to have some good news. I think there's a live stream happening on Thursday for a game showcase. Again, I can't find it, but I know there is one. And gaming showcase in April. There is a... It's not New Game Plus. There is one happening in April. I just don't know what it's called. Oh, you did? What was it? What did you say? Ah, the Triple I Initiative. It is happening on April the 9th. It is on April the 9th. The Triple I Initiative Showcase. It starts at 9 a.m. PDT, noon EDT, 6 p.m. CEST. So I think it's going to start at 5. But we've got time to sort out timing for that, because I'm going to be streaming that as well. Yeah, the I Initiative. Alright, folks. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, sorry I was late. I got home late. I had to have some food, and then I had to take Luna out for a walk. She's starting to, enjoy the walks a lot more, except for when bigger dogs encounter her. She doesn't like bigger dogs. But, it's the life of a dog owner, and I'm all the better for it. Take it easy, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Check out for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully on Thursday we'll have some good news regarding my ma, and then we can get back to normal service from next week or so. Alright, man. I'm out. Peace. Thanks so much for hanging out, chat. I appreciate it tonight.